What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you some new content today. This will be the first of its kind, or at least the first in a series that we'll call Metaversity, a Web3 roundup, Web3 gaming roundup, or just top picks from around the metaverse or Web3 gaming space. Now, the reason we're going to go with Metaversity, which I want to give a shout out to the chat and in a recent live stream for suggesting, because it is a great name and it is mainly for me because I'm learning. I'm not an expert in any of this. And so as I go through and explore more, what I'm going to try to do is find the top picks every week, things that I think are important for myself, at least at the very least, and of course the community here, to be paying attention to in terms of what is going on in the rest of the Web3 gaming space. So we won't necessarily cover everything, and I'm always open to suggestions. If there's something that I miss that you'd like to get coverage on the following week, definitely let me know. But overall, we're just going to this is episode 1, so we're going to stumble our way through it. I have 4 items here for you. Some of them are not even from the previous week, but I did want to mention them. First and foremost, which would be the Stepn and Apple Pay integration, which I think is actually really big news because Apple has kind of been on the fence. We don't know if they're pro or anti or just neutral crypto. And when it comes to this integration for Apple Pay with the Stepn app, I think that's a very, very positive step in the right direction. So obviously Stepn was able to secure this, but if Apple is open to working with a partner like Stepn, I think it's just a matter of time until they can start to integrate with other top proven or, I guess secure games. Now, I don't know what makes Stepn better or worse or more reliable than any of the others, but ultimately, if there's one foot in the door and as long as Stepn doesn't mess it up, this could be great for the rest of the crypto and NFT gaming space. So that is number 1. The second thing, and this is something, let's close out of that. This is something that I covered in a video on the channel specifically, and I plan to do more content as I dive deeper, but PancakeSwap actually launched their own tower defense game with cake token rewards. Now it's phenomenal. I'm really enjoying it, and as somebody who uses PancakeSwap as a decentralized exchange, and I'm just familiar with the BNB chain in general, it was fun to actually dive in. Now, in this article specifically, I don't think I saw it here. I think I saw it maybe on Twitter or in another article. But what's interesting is that the creators or the people behind PancakeSwap are not necessarily looking at this as play to earn, because it's not like every single game you earn something, right? And the reason that they said that is they don't want the token to become super inflationary because they're just giving it out. And obviously all this stuff gets gamed or botted, right? Pun intended. So, with that being said, what's really cool to see is they are offering cool and unique in-game benefits, such as being able to get in-game assets, right? Not necessarily tradable or monetary-based assets, but just cool things within game for staking the cake token. So the more people that come in, it's giving utility to that cake token. So ultimately, I'm really excited to follow where this goes, and you can look out for more content here as I dive deeper into that ecosystem. All right, number 3, we have new funding for Illuvium. So I don't think I've ever covered Illuvium here. Obviously, we talk about it a little bit here and there. Darkest Knight, who is a frequent guest on the channel, is invested in Illuvium and is following it kind of peripherally. So that's kind of my exposure to it. But I do want to dive in a little bit deeper. And the main thing here with Illuvium securing $10 million in funding from Framework Ventures, here's the thing. So a little bit of backdrop. So Framework has already invested $5 million. They did this back in March of 2021. This is an additional $10 million that will put them up to $15 million total. Now, this is part of an overall fund, like $200 million Web3 gaming fund announced by Framework. So there is money in the Web3 space. And the reason that I wanted to call this out is primarily because it's easy to throw money around during a bull market, which 2021 very, very clearly was. It's not as easy, and people don't throw money around as much or as often in a bear market, which I would say we still very much are in until proven otherwise. So to see Illuvium getting that kind of funding, getting that kind of support, and you could say maybe Framework is just not wanting to see their investment collapse, so they're kind of doubling down on it. I would say at the end of the day, Again, we're speculating a little bit here, but I would assume if Framework Ventures is going to be putting $10 million, 8 figures of value into a project, there's got to be some kind of vetting. And again, I know we're assuming, right? But there's got to be some kind of vetting there. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't have gone any further in it. So what that says to me is I need to start looking into Illuvium more. It makes me excited to see money in the space being applied to hopefully some cool projects out there. And I'd be curious to know what else is involved in this 200 million, but I'll dig into that. And if you guys want specific coverage on that, we can do that. But for Illuvium, I mean, I've seen the gameplay footage. I've seen a lot of what they have planned for the future. It's really exciting. This is the bear market, the time to build, and it seems like they are doing just that. So that's really exciting. Okay, last thing. Gods Unchained released a new roadmap for the rest of 2023. Now, I have played Gods Unchained maybe once or twice. It's a fun game. I don't have as much time to to dedicate to it, but I am trying to follow it a little bit more, and I know several folks on the channel do play it. So I just wanted to call this out in case you had missed it, but there is a new 2023 roadmap, of which it sounds like they have some new game modes in mind. There's a content creator program, so for people looking to create content, or for the other content creators out there, I know Tales from the Cryptmancer, shout out to him, fantastic content creator himself. There might be something in there if you wanted to get into content creation about the game. Keep an eye out for that. And then, of course, it looks like they are looking to do another major expansion. And this is all within the next 6 to 7 months, as we have just started in June. So that is really it. That's all I have for you. I want to be able to keep these short and light. On Mondays, you guys just come in, I give you the quick hits, and we go from there. So let me know your thoughts. I would love any feedback into how I can improve this. If you guys like it, if you don't like it, this to me, I'll let you know right now. Sorry if you don't like it. You can just skip the videos. But for me, it's actually going to force me in a good way to go around and start doing more research in the space, doing it on a weekly basis, and then being able to speak to it here to you guys on a regular weekly kind of time frame. So open to any feedback. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. We'll continue the conversation there. I'll catch you all in the next video. Take care.